Wanna show you I'm alright, and the visions that you gave me, just to prove me you just fine. Wanna kiss you, but I have to just forget and say goodbye. Oh, your lies not gonna make me one of them. I'm still alive. Hold me, I just wanna tell you that I'm here for you. Show me that you love me now. I wanna feel with you. Wanna tell you that I'm crazy. Wanna show you I'm alright, and the visions that you gave me, just to prove me you just fine. Wanna kiss you, but I have to just forget and say goodbye. Oh, your lies not gonna make me one of them. I'm still alive. Hold me, I just wanna tell you that I'm here for you. Show me that you love me now. I wanna feel with you. For you. With you. For you. With you.
I know you've been feeling me, baby. Won't you give it up? And we both know that this could be something, but that ain't enough. Cause when I leave, start falling down, I need to see you be around.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is a voice check. Let me know in the live chat that you guys can hear me okay, that the music's not too loud. Well, it's likely gonna be a little bit loud before we start, but yeah, let me know that you guys can hear me before we start. We'll be starting in around 2 minutes. I need to see you be around. Feeling me, baby, feeling me too.
do. Feeling me, baby. Feeling me, 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 do. Feeling me, baby. I know you've been feeling me, baby. Won't you give it up? And we both know that this could be something, but that ain't enough. I need a bit of that, bit of, I need a bit of that, bit of that, bit of.
Gone, you are gone now. Hard to think of an easy way to start. It's over. Give me what I want. Think of what you did today, how it's gonna be. I've got a bunch of real good reasons that I'm needing you to see. I can't keep holding this feeling of all that you've forgotten is. Times of you gone today. Nothing could make you stay. You are finished with me for now. Finished with me for now. Taking it all away.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you. My name is Sean Dexter and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove. Hey, good to see so many people in here. Whoa! 184 people. Damn. I wasn't expecting that many people today. I was actually expecting less than 800, considering that this is a completely unscheduled impromptu stream. So hey, today we're going to be keeping it simple. We won't be going over too many altcoins, guys. I pretty much have been looking only at Cardano and Bitcoin myself, and hey, yeah, of course, DOT. If we do look at any of the other majors, it'll be a fresh look. So hey, maybe we'll go ahead and take a look at the theme, but please, guys, no shit coins today. All right, none of the coins that are below the mid caps at the very least. Actually, nothing that's underneath the top 10. All right, let's just keep it simple. Let's just have a conversation. Let's just talk. Let's have a freaking good time. I'll be going over Cardano. We'll take a look at Ethereum too, but of course we're going to be going over Bitcoin. I want to be giving you guys an update on my trade from yesterday. Spoiler alert, I did take a loss in that trade. I'll be talking about that loss, and yeah, just we can go ahead and answer questions too. I do want to talk about overall trading strategy, trading mindset, etc today, and just just have a conversation with you guys. Sit back and have a good time. Let's not get too formal with this. If you guys are looking for calls, I recommend taking your mouse, finding the little small X icon at the top right hand corner of your browser and smash that X icon. If however you guys are looking for a more educational, relaxed, stress-free sort of content environment, then hey, maybe you guys want to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and get those likes up. How many of you in here? 250 in here and only around 50 likes, I believe. Hey, show Mango some love. Get those likes up. All right, let's go and let's look at who's here in the chat. Oh, I should probably adjust this, for you guys, the chat box. I'll just move that up here. All right. So what do you guys want to start with, Cardano or Bitcoin? Oh, by the way, guys, please keep in mind that the chat is delayed, so I may be responding to you guys around maybe a minute or so after you guys actually type. I'm seeing Izato say Cardano. Scott is saying BTC. John says ADA. Holy shit, guys, don't spam though. Okay, a lot of Cardanos. Okay. All right. Enough, right? The vote has been made. All right, consensus has been reached. We'll be starting with Cardano. But yeah, don't spam though. Enough. Ben's Afiq bin Malik says, I just accessed the Mango ribbon on my TradingView, still learning. Okay. By the way, for those of you who have the Mango ribbon, or in fact all of you, go ahead and check out the educational playlist available on the channel. All right, so there's videos on the Mango ribbon where I pretty much explain how to set it up, but there's the second part of the video, right, where I discuss EMAs versus SMAs, the difference between the two. Just that video alone will give you guys a deeper insight into how to actually play the markets, and nobody really looks at things the way we do at Mango, right? We dive into the foundational concepts behind all of these things, and it's really simple. I use really fun analogies. And also, if you guys are interested in the Ichimoku, which is part of the Mango ribbon, Trisha has been kind enough to go ahead and take 2 excerpts out of the Mango Seed program and post it in the educational channel over there too, right? So you guys will get a peek into my teaching style too in the Seed program. So yeah, go ahead and yeah, use the free content, man. Make use of it. Don't look only for calls, especially at Mango, because hey, we do get calls wrong, right? Yesterday I was wrong on my trade, so we'll be talking about that. And you guys should be looking to learn on your own and be able to trade on your own. That's the entire point of the channel. Okay, so let me just go through any more comments, or rather chats, that I may have missed. Hey Ken, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. It's making me so happy to see Ken Kasaji in here every single stream. Ananda is in here too. How's it going, buddy? Justin Tang, hey man. I did PM you, by the way. You didn't respond, but you may have responded. I may have missed it. Kyle is in here too. How's it going, man? All my favorite peeps are in here. By the way, could you guys in the Seed program tell Wolvie that we're doing a live stream and tell him to get his butt in here? Andrew's in here too. How's it going, buddy? How is it going? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are waiting. I do want to start with Cardano as well, quite honestly, because Cardano is looking really tempting. All right, let me just take a sip of water. Right, my mouth is dry. Alright, we'll be starting with the Cardano Bitcoin pairing, guys, because to me that has always been the more important one. And in my opinion, that's kind of what's been driving the USD pairing too. And that's where honestly you guys can get the best trades. The last time we talked about Cardano BTC, right, actually let's backtrack a little bit, okay? The first big ad that we made ever since down over here, where we were trading it on the USD pairing, was over here, right? This was where we identified. I really encourage you guys to go ahead and watch the video I did on Cardano most recently. I know Krish has done videos in the interim, but I essentially talked about how I was using multiple concepts along with a dashboard, and we had identified that Cardano BTC was putting this falling channel, right? Falling channel on the 4-hour time frame, and we were getting into position somewhere around here. We were beginning to add to a position. Why? Because the big trade was that, hey, if this falling channel breaks on the lower time frames, I believe it was the 4-hour time frame, it's going to cascade onto the USD time frame, breaking this major zone. And that's what I was looking forward to the most. That's what I was really excited for. Why? Because one, if we broke this falling channel, it would have meant that Cardano USD, let's say Cardano USD, I'm going to draw Cardano USD over here, okay, the chart. Cardano USD at the time was oscillating underneath $1 for the longest time, like around 95, 90 cents, 95, 90 cents. It wasn't cracking that $1 mark. But this over here, okay, now bear with me, guys. You might be thinking, why is he talking about that price action? You guys will see very soon. But this falling channel over here gave us that initial hint, right? Okay, so it wasn't just a falling channel. It was a few things. It was the falling channel, the dashboard, and just a bunch of things that gave us that holistic thesis that, hey, if we break this, then Cardano USD is going to break its $1 resistance. And it did, because we broke it on the Bitcoin pairing, right? Broke this falling channel on the Bitcoin pairing. We went ahead and broke the $1 resistance. All right, cool. We finally freaking got past $1. But that wasn't the end of it. We now were looking for the next big trade, okay, which I was talking about ever since we started looking at Cardano at 22 cents. The next big easy trade was where, guys? Between 95 cents to $1.40. That was the easiest trade we could get, right? That was the high volatility zone, like Krishna likes to call it, but that was a simple vacuum trade, the way I like to call it. It's like a vacuum from one level to another. It's almost a sure thing, okay? Almost a sure thing, never is anything a sure thing in the market. So almost though, this one I really liked. So the thing though to keep in mind was that we hadn't broken this major Bitcoin resistance, and what I was hypothesizing was that if we break this resistance over here, this resistance which was major, it would lead to Cardano taking that USD trade from $1 to $1.40, right? So this resistance over here has important implications on the USD pairing, is what I was trying to say. If we break this resistance over here, we will take that ADA USD trade from $1 to $1.40. And hey, what do you know, guys? This was when, let me go back to ADA BTC. This was when we got super bullish on Cardano, right? When we broke this and closed above it, retested it, and immediately had the drive up. This is what took Cardano, guys, from $1 to $1.40. And now we're come back to retest that level, right? And as we see Cardano BTC come to retest this level, we're seeing ADA USDT finally catch a break as well and show some sign of life after having a few days of like red and weakness. Now, I've not been looking at Cardano at all, and I told you guys this, right? My trade was like, or rather my mindset or my sentiment of Cardano was like, I'm not interested anymore, because we took our profits at $1.40-ish, somewhere around this region, $1.41, $1.43, $1.44. That's where I started scaling out of my position and got out completely. And I said, I'm not interested until ADA BTC comes back down over here. Now, I actually had resting bids at 2,100 Satoshi. Unfortunately, we did not get there, right? That was my trade idea, that if we come down to that level, I'm going to be a buyer and I'll be looking to at least trade the bounce, But this is showing me strength, that we got caught, we caught a bid at the top of the zone. Really good. Now, sometimes you're not going to get a trade, right? I talked about this in my Bitcoin trade video too, where you'd like to get a lower bid, but you're not going to get it. But you can't let that bother you. At that point, you just look for the next trade, because your asset that you're looking for is showing strength. It's showing the bulls are looking to front run other levels. They're not waiting to be safe. They're not waiting for key levels. They're just taking the bid at the top zone, or rather top level of the zone, right? So let me just go ahead and delete this mess, and I'll answer any questions if you guys have questions. But let me know if that makes sense, guys. Okay, so essentially what I'm trying to point out to you guys is that this key level that we broke, okay, that was a resistance, is now going to be a key support level, okay? Resistance has flipped into support over here, and we were looking for this to happen. Now what happens from here is going to be very important. Do we break this and come further down, which is not going to be a good look, or do we show the strength Cardano has been showing for a very long time and keep going towards the upside? Alright, so I'm just going to wait now for a little bit to make sure that I get your chat. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. So Ken Medina says, understanding the basics and foundation until you understand the micro picture. Yes, exactly. Which is why I always recommend trade the high time frames, guys. Don't get stuck into the lower time frames. Like, look at this. This is the high time frame, right? In fact, we've been looking at what? The 2-day. Look at that. If you had kept this simple, stupid simple, and just said, hey, I'm not going to be getting shook out unless we lose the 2-day trend. Where do we come and get supported? The dynamic. So when we drew this box, the dynamic wasn't lining up with it, right? Now it's lining up literally perfectly. We came and wicked off the top of the blue dot right over here on the Mango dynamic, the op line, wicked off it. And you can see that the Mango dynamic, the solid green line, is lining up with the bottom of the green box. So all this TAI do, you guys don't even need to do it, right? You don't need to keep it complex. Keep it Mango. I mean, for those of you who have the Mango dynamic, of course. And just follow this. You can stay in the trend trade as long as we are holding above. And if you close underneath, all right, whatever, you're out of the trade. You had a good run, you probably got in somewhere around here, you exit over here. That's part of being a trend trader. You will never catch the top. If you ever do, it's going to be like once like 1 out of like 7 times or 10 times. Don't look for it. When it does come though, that you manage to catch the top or the bottom, just be like, hey, wow, that was lucky, right? But don't look for it. Your job is to catch the meat of the trade and move on. Yeah, use the Mango link. I believe it's a. So guys, if you're looking for like discounts on your trading fees or discounts on anything for that matter, go to themangoway.com/deals, themangoway.com/deals, and you'll see a list of things that you guys can get a discount on, including TradingView. There's like I think $30 off your pro account or something like that. And yeah, most definitely what you guys should be doing though, scrolling to the bottom of the deals thing and get a Scribd membership for free. It's freaking free. You have audiobooks, you have podcasts in there, you have books, like actual books, and it's unlimited, man. Like no restrictions, and it's free for 2 months, right? And then after 2 months, of course, just go ahead and cancel it. But I honestly don't see why you would. It's like the easiest path to education ever. And get an Audible subscription too if you guys like more premium sort of content that doesn't come on Scribd immediately. Again, I think that gives you 2 months free as well. They're both 2 months free, man, and it's free education. Just make another account after that. I think you can do that. Am I allowed to say that? Holy shit, I may get banned on YouTube for that. Oh well. When is a good time to buy ADA? Man, are you listening to anything I'm saying, Steve-O? Jesus. Hey, by the way, good to see you in here, old man. And Bob, good to see you too. How's it going, buddy? Bad juju for stream at this time. Very much not Mango, bro. I see you try to sneak a stream in while I slumber, Sean, but I'm always alert. Nothing sneaks by me. I was wondering if you'd make it to this one. Good to see you did. Tan, how's it going, man? Patrick Amando says Litecoin gang. Hey, I haven't looked at Litecoin in a while. I've always lost money. I've never made money on Litecoin. I've just lost money on that trade. And Cardano is bouncing. And hey, I did by the way, buy Bitcoin at this level right over here. This was actually a very, very heavy buy, spot buy. So I'm not intending on, like, Bitcoin could come down way further. I'm not intending on selling it. I do want to talk about my Bitcoin trade, the loss essentially, very, very soon. So this could have been, by the way, I do want to talk about this entire structure, by the way. I have a thesis on this that is making me want to unhedge my trade again. But what I did instead was buy spot. But we'll talk about that very soon. I want to go through the chat. I'm just going to get tired, man. It's already been 26 minutes. Hit the likes. There's so many of you in here and nobody's hitting the freaking like. Do you guys hate it? At least hit the dislike. Like, do something. Don't be so lazy. Would like to see ADA, but also interested in low cap going to 3x this month. You know, what people don't understand is that you don't need a coin to go. Like, you can't, okay, you know, someone will say, oh man, I made 300% on so-and-so trade. Your freaking Cardano is doing only 100%, only 30%. What people don't understand is that that's irrelevant, right? On the shit coins that people trade, right? Like the really, really small caps that do 100, 300%. You can't get the position size that you want on those coins, not without being completely irresponsible at the very least, right? Like, you're going to get a position size that is small, that would likely, if let's say you put $10 on that trade, right, just to keep the number small here, and you get a 300% on that trade versus putting $100 on Bitcoin and getting a 30% on that, right? Think about the nominal value of the return, the actual nominal return, the dollar value that we've actually gotten. So people look for 3x's, but also consider liquidity and also consider the actual position size that you can actually put into your asset that you're looking at. So yeah, if you're looking to trade a very, very small amount, and this is a very small percent of your capital compared to your entire financial portfolio, then yeah, maybe you care about like all these low caps, right? But when it comes to Bitcoin, right, and even for example Ethereum, I had a massive position. There's no way people who are trading that kind of size can get that kind of altcoin position. So consider that too. Like 30% on moving on Bitcoin is way more than even Cardano moving 100% for me. Let me just put that in context. Hey Mango bro, long time no see, buddy. Hey, how's it going, Ashraf? How's it going? How are you? But I feel like I didn't explain that well enough. I just got back from the gym, guys, so my teaching hat isn't on as well as usually. It's not fitting correctly on my head right now. Go Cardano and go Mango. All right, so back to Cardano. There are a few things I do want to talk about still on Cardano, because we talked only about the Bitcoin pairing, right? On the USD pairing, things are looking even better, and like Cardano has been strong, guys. Like, yes, we're having pullbacks. Yes, it doesn't just keep mooning, right? Up. But this is kind of what you want to see. It's a healthy freaking trend on the higher time frames, on the mid time frames, that too, right? Let's look at the weekly. This is just this is nothing. This is nothing. This pullback is literally nothing, right? On the 2-day, we've been holding the trend consistently. In fact, it looks like in 10 hours and 43 minutes, we're going to close above the op line yet again. It's ridiculous. We've not even managed to lose the op line on Cardano. If we had lost the op line on Cardano, I would have been looking for consolidation over here, right? And then if we lost the dynamic, I'd be looking for the bottom of the cloud. And then if we lost the cloud, I'd be like, all right, cool. This looks toppy and it looks like a head and shoulders, and we might be looking to come down. But this is not even doing the first step, guys, right? So people have been getting a little bit anxious on Cardano, in my opinion, really prematurely. If you guys are real long-term holders, it makes no sense. Like, I'm not even a long-term holder on Cardano, right? And again, no offense to you guys, I just don't know anything about the coin, and I can still see that the trend is freaking very much intact, and this picture could turn extremely bullish in no time. So make sure that if you guys really want the big wins, for those of you looking at like $10 Cardano, $50, some of you are looking at $10,000 Cardano, hey, who am I to judge, right? But you can't get shook out on the lower time frames. Oh shit, Captain Good Smoke, thank you for the heads up. Yeah, I'm not the best with things like that, man. I'm gonna go ahead and change it right now though. March 2020. Are we in March though? Okay, we're in March. Okay, 2021. There we go. All right, so there's 439 of you here and only 148 likes. What? Okay, so Cardano USD looking fantastic. Let's go ahead and look at the oscillators to see how the momentum is going. Momentum is still good. It's in the bullish zone right over here. We're bullish as long as we're above 80. In fact, we could cross down for a little bit and cross back up, and that's still bullish. How's this looking? We actually have a chance of putting in bullish divergence on the freaking 2-day time frame. There's bullish divergence if we trigger, if Cardano ticks above $1.25. Let's say we get to around $1.26, $1.30. Bullish divergence will trigger, and I'll be looking for a retest of around 140 to 135ish, right? So this is actually really good. Oscillators are moving freaking down, and price is not. Price is going sideways. So that's actually really strong. Let's see what the daily is saying. Daily also has bullish divergence. This is looking better the more I look at it. And we haven't again triggered it just yet. Probably tomorrow would be a better day to be looking for that, but I'd be looking for a move to around $1.33, which would probably have cascading effects on the daily time frame. So I really like that as well. Let's go ahead and look at the 12-hour. 12-hour had actually bearish divergence that triggered, right? So that was I think this is what we were looking at as well. We did look at this, which is why I was feeling, yes, Kush and I were looking at this. I do remember we had bearish divergence on both the RSI as well as the stochastics, and this triggered as soon as we took out this low right over here, so on this candle, and yeah, we're seeing that move play out, but looking really strong. We're seeing this bearish divergence flip on over to bullish divergence. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and remove all these horizontals, and you guys are seeing that this might be bottoming here. No, I don't want to say that. It's a bit too soon. We have bullish divergence on stochastics as well over here, actually. Wait, is that fair? Yeah, just about fair. Just about fair. Let's look at the 4-hour. What's going on here? Dynamic. Oof. Getting it tight. So if we do close over the 4-hour dynamic over here, I'll be looking for a move to the top of the 4-hour cloud of the dynamic, lining up with these horizontals over here of this bearish symmetrical triangle that we broke towards the downside. If we retake this though and we start living over here, that's going to be a really good sign. It means that the bears had no follow through on their bear break. Grothen on Eric Cardano says Kubuk. did I pronounce that right? Is a like with the thumb up or the thumb down? With the thumb down. A thumb down. That's the like. Let's get those juicy 200 likes. Yes, Gangster Pete. Yes, man, I like this guy. I really like you. Are you in the Discord, by the way? By the way, if you guys are not in the Discord, make sure you guys join the mangoway.com/discord. Reading the comments, by the way, if you guys are wondering why I just went quiet suddenly. Reading the chat, should I say? New here, Brian. Hey, how's it going, Brian? Good to have you. Good to have you. US treasuries need more paper and ink to print more green. Well, to be honest, let's go ahead and take a look at the... I've been eyeing this. This does look a little bit toppy, by the way, guys. The US 30-year yields. I think the bond market is a little bit overshorted. I think way too many sellers are being a little bit too excited, right? It's a very crowded trade at this point, and I understand why. It's sort of like a no-brainer trade, but at this point it's becoming a little bit too no-brainer, right? And we might be seeing signs of topping out over here. The 10-year, however, is not showing those signs, I do believe. Oops. US 10-year. Yeah, the US 10-year is looking a little bit better, and that's a little bit scary for equities, especially growth stocks like Tesla. Tesla's probably taking a beating away. Actually, let's go ahead and look at Tesla. I know you guys don't care about all of this. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I've not been looking at anything else, so I'll be looking at... Okay, yeah, this looks freaking ugly, man. What the hell? Holy shit! What the hell happened here? Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, this is a bear flag. Oh, sorry, bull flag that broke towards the downside. This is probably driven by what's going on in the yield market. Holy shit, yeah, this is not looking good, man. You know, Bitcoin, guys, is reacting surprisingly well to what we're seeing in some of the Nasdaq stocks. I'll be interested in seeing what the monthly is looking like. I mean, Tesla, yeah, okay, so this, maybe I'd be a buyer over here at 505, but I'm really not interested. In... There's so much opportunity in crypto. I'm not really interested in... There's capital cost at this point. Holy shit, though. That's a good 54%. That's actually looking interesting. Damn. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin on the monthly. This is looking fantastic, if I could say so. What do you guys think of Bitcoin on the monthly? Isaac, Mango Risa says, what's your TA on ADA for the next couple of weeks? Bullish, man. I mean, until we lose the weekly trend, I'm going to be bullish. We've not even lost the 2-day trend. Like, I'm a trend trader, man. For those of you who don't know, like, I don't time tops. And like, you guys will see Krisha do more of that than I do, right? I'm kind of really relaxed with my take profit levels because, again, I don't know. I'm a trend trader, and I identify key zones where I want to take profits. If I'm taking profits from all coins, right? When it comes to Bitcoin, I don't really take profits at all, very rarely. And also, like, you guys need to understand, I separate my margin trading and my spot buying, right? Those are two completely different trading strategies for me in terms of the time frame. Is ADA looking bullish? Yeah, in my opinion, it is. Perhaps not on the lower time frames, but that's the point of today's video. Actually, Cardano was, in my opinion, I was telling Krisha, leading the way for Bitcoin. As crazy as that may sound, and I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, but I think Cardano was leading Bitcoin today, and you guys will very rarely ever hear me say that. Or rather, get me a freaking what's it called? a clue as to Bitcoin making a move, right? I use Cardano, and we're seeing Cardano move up right now. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at this. What's Cardano doing? Oof, is this a bull flag? This is strong, guys? Man, I'm feeling a little bit bummed now that my bid didn't hit. What is a lower time frame? 1 week, 1 day? That's a good question. So to me, lower time frame is anything underneath the daily is going to be a lower time frame, right? Does ADA BTC go up when ADA USDT goes up? Not necessarily, Carl. That's a good question, because what ADA BTC is tracking is how expensive ADA is to Bitcoin and vice versa, right? So let's say we have Bitcoin going down, right, on its USD pairing. Let's say Bitcoin's going down against USD, but Cardano is going sideways against USD. In this scenario, ADA BTC is going to go up. What does that mean? It tells you, if you see ADA BTC going up, right, it means that ADA is outperforming Bitcoin. And ADA, Cardano, can outperform Bitcoin by simply going sideways. If Bitcoin's going down and Cardano is going sideways, it's outperformed Bitcoin, right? So people do this. Sometimes I see people, like, I get these videos shared to me from some community members share other YouTubers videos to me, and they're like, hey Sean, so-and-so YouTuber is saying that Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin. And I'll click the video and it'll be like the guy showing a Bitcoin USD chart and Ethereum chart and saying, hey, Bitcoin has gone up like 200%, and then he'll go to the Ethereum chart and say, hey, Ethereum has gone up 400%. I'm like, wow, that is really inefficient. To know whether a coin has outperformed, simply look at the ETH-BTC chart, right? So let's go find ETH-BTC. And just by looking at the ETH-BTC chart, you know that, hey, because ETH-BTC is going up, like you can see, right? ETH-BTC is going up. You know that it's outperforming Bitcoin. It's as simple as that. If it's going sideways, if your Bitcoin pairing is going sideways, so ADA BTC is going sideways, it means it's keeping up with Bitcoin. If it's going up, it's beating Bitcoin. If it's going down, it is losing against Bitcoin. And by the way, this was literally one of, I think more, okay, I want to talk about this, okay? How you handle your losers, guys, is going to be more important to you as a trader than how you handle your winners, especially in a bull market, okay? Because if you only focus on your winners and just let your losses get out of control and just track that on a spreadsheet, right? Like make a spreadsheet and track your wins, losses, wins, right? You will soon realize that, hey, if I avoid losses, if I learn to stop losing, how can I avoid these kind of losses, right? Some losses are very inefficient. Some losses you just have to take. That's part of being a trader. But some losses are very inefficient. You will notice that your bottom line as a trader will increase by avoiding losses. Like there's some trades you just shouldn't be in and you're holding on to them for your ego, for your freaking ego. Do not do that. Get rid of your losses, and those are wins. Avoiding a loss is a win. And what do I do over here, guys? Right, remember, I was super ultra bullish on Ethereum. You guys can go back and watch all those videos where I posted Ethereum freaking going to like 5,000 and shit. But when did we change our tune? As soon as this happened, we lost the daily dynamic. I'm like, wait a minute, guys, this is no longer looking good to me. No longer. I didn't even like the stop action over here to begin with, but I let that slide because I'm a trend trader, right? But once we lost the freaking trend, I started selling all my ETH over here back into Bitcoin. My goal, my personal strategy is to collect Bitcoin, right? So this was not looking good to me anymore. This looked like, oh shit, a bear flag. This is going to be an opportunity to distribute for me. And what do? We sold a chunk over here and then started selling throughout this entire period. I had a little bit left over here. I sold on this next upthrust, and then after that, like the amount of Ethereum I hold right now is negligible, right? But if I had been egotistic and held on to my opinion, right? I had an opinion that Ethereum was going to outperform and go up like to crazy numbers. If I'd held on to that and let my ego get to me, look at how much I would have lost, guys. Holy shit. So this has been really, like, I would have lost 20% against Bitcoin, and my position was pretty big. So I that would have been devastating, really devastating. And this is this points to my point though. How you handle your losses is also going to be making you a winner. Get out of those trades. Get out of those trades. So over here, this wasn't a loss because we got in very, very early, but I would have given up way too much of the gains. Let me just delete all this nonsense. You guys have had to listen to me ramble a lot today. I do apologize. Yeah, Isaac, we're not looking at low cap coins today. Perhaps on the weekend. Oh, by the way, guys, Krish and I are leaving on vacation. Oh, Cardano's moving. Yes. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, Krish and I are leaving on vacation next week. I will try to do videos from the beach. If anything important happens. I'm not sure whether I can do a live stream with just my camera though. Do you guys know if I can? That'd be fun, eh? Hey Darshan, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Your first live stream, hit the like, hit the subscribe, buddy, and good to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mango live streams. Like I said, man, I do. This is really strong. Like this RWBTC support over here was really strong. I was expecting a bounce at the very least. Now the question is, do we put in a lower high and a lower low? That would be ugly. The bounce was expected, but I'm not sure what happens next. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not sure what happens next. What we want to see is something like this. We want to see a high or low. This would be like a really good situation, and then I'd be expecting a breakup because it's a bull market. The most ideal scenario for consolidation would be this. This would be super bullish. So those are the two good scenarios. Bad scenario is this. Oh, okay. Good to know that. Good to know that. Crypto Truth Angel. And good to see you in the stream. You've not been active in the chat today. What's going on? What's going on? POS is the way forward, smart money. I don't know about that. I am not sure about that. Depends on what you're looking for. Sean, can you show us what led you to your 140 ADA take profit? I was just selling the previous high, man. So Krisha has a more detailed analysis on how she came up with, I think she came up with 144 cents. But I told you guys all the way back when we were at 22 cents that I'll be selling at 140. That was my main target, right? I just stuck to my plan, right? When we got in at 22 cents-ish, around this zone, my plan was to sell the previous high of the previous market that we got from Bitrex, right? $1.41. That was my trade that I planned, and now whatever I do next is going to be a brand new trade. So this was the big trade that we built over time. It's as simple as that. I stick to the plan, and then I get out. Let's say I have a plan put in place. I stick to it no matter what, even if the charts are looking super bullish. So let's say we came up to 40 cents, $1.40, and it looked like we still wanted to go, right? Let's say it looked like we still wanted to go. I would still get out of my trade, and then I would say, okay, do I want to get back in? Your mindset on that is so important, right? Because that really tells you whether you really want to get back in or you're just being FOMO, or FOMO queen, or FOMO king, or whatever you want to call it. No matter what you do, guys, stick to the plan. And if you have trouble remembering your plan, write it down. These videos, by the way, help me stick to my plan. That's why I do these videos. Like, we'll talk about Bitcoin too. You guys knew the trade, right? I took yesterday, and I stuck to my plan, and I got out. As soon as I got invalidated, I got out. I had two conditions, and the first condition got met. The second condition, unfortunately, did not get met. And yeah, just got out, took the loss, and got out. So we can do a rehash of that trade. And the markets can be so freaking generous, right? I recommend going and watching yesterday's video. It'll be really educational for you guys in terms of learning how to put on a trade, how to build an existing trade, and also how to just take your loss and stick to your plan, right? Go ahead and watch that. If you guys are really looking to learn and not looking to just get calls, that video is likely going to be beneficial to you guys. I got a few PMs, some people who are actually looking to learn, thanking me for that kind of video. So the trade essentially was, the first trade was over here, right? The first big trade, the big position I was building for a long-term trend trade. We took it over here. We added on the first test of the dynamic, and then we hedged it over here. The reason we hedged over here was because we saw bearish divergence on the 4-hour oscillators leading into our daily dynamic resistance, right? We have our daily dynamic resistance. So we hedged that. Why? Because our thesis was, we are not sure that Bitcoin actually continues its move or it rolls over here, right? I'm still not sure. Now we might look for a higher low and then we'll get ultra bullish, but it was too premature to look for a trend reversal at that point. The daily was still in a downtrend, and we were looking now to switch that around with this leg. We're looking to switch that around. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete that. So we sold into that, we hedged into that. But now the question is, the 4-hour time frame, right? You got to just play the you got to play the probability, and you got to play the setup in front of you, no matter what you're feeling. So I wasn't feeling good about Bitcoin actually continuing its trend. I wasn't feeling good about Bitcoin actually putting in a higher low somewhere around here, right? But I play my playbook. And over here, what were we doing? We were respecting the 4-hour dynamic. So what did I do? Because I wasn't feeling too safe and because I had a bigger position, instead of unhedging on the dynamic, I explained it to you guys, I unhedged on the bottom of the cloud. This allowed me to play the trading the wing strategy that we have in the seed program. If you guys are on the seed, go ahead and watch that strategy. It's one of my favorite strategies. It allows me to do what I was able to do, right? Be very, very safe on my exits of my trade. So look at that. I essentially had two conditions. One, I bought over here, but even on that candle close, right? Remember, because when the price came down there, guys, this was a big red candle. We were underneath the dynamic. My condition was we need to close above the dynamic on this candle and the next candle, okay? On this candle as well as the next candle. We closed above the dynamic on this candle. And so remember, I bought here. And then we closed the next candle too. So I'm like, okay, cool. We closed both. But again, I wasn't feeling good about it at all. But I stayed in my trade. I stuck to my plan because... And you know what? All of this was really, really indicative, guys, a little side note, of what the market was feeling about Jerome Powell's incoming speech, right? It was kind of telling you that nobody was sure of what's going on, because if they were feeling good about it, we'd have likely seen something like that. We saw pushes, kept getting rejected, kept getting sold into. Nonetheless, my next thesis on when to get out, because we held the 2 4-hour candles, right, was, hey, we lose that 12-hour, just freaking get out. And look at the exit we got, guys. Look at the exit we got. We got a really, really nice exit right over there. Pretty much right at, you got 2 4-hour candles right against where we were able to buy, right? So if the market is going to reward you in this kind of way to take a really, really small loss about being wrong, take it and get out. Don't make it worse than it needs to be. Now it looks like the market's actually reversing and turning around, and we talked about this in the Mango Grove. There's a chance that the 1-hour downtrend is actually finally beginning to lose its shape. But even now we don't know, right? We could be doing this, and this would have been a massively big leverage trade that I'll be in, and I'm now sitting through losses, eating into all the profits that I gained over here, right? And turning a winner into a freaking loser. And I would have had all the stress of having to manage a position. I would have missed out on opportunity by looking at, let's say my Cardano trade was triggered. Instead of like managing that trade, I would have been worried about the Bitcoin trade. Right? No, just get out, take the small loss. I took the small loss and just got out, right? So I hope that was able to... can you guys hear me, by the way? There's so many times where my mic is... Okay, cool. You guys can't hear me. And then start a brand new trade if you guys have to. Michael Espinoza says, hi Mango, love this channel from USA. Hey buddy, how's it going? Welcome to Mango, and we love you too. Hit the like and hit the subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the bell. Oh, by the way, I've been getting complaints of people missing the live streams even though they were waiting for it. You gotta hit the bell icon thingy that's next to it. So I do think Bitcoin may actually get picked up over here. It may go sideways for a little bit, but it's very, very reminiscent of what happened over here, guys, on the Mango dynamic. Everything is like lining up in terms of the way we had closed the monthly, the way we opened the brand new monthly, the way we closed the weekly, the way we almost had a, not almost, but we did have a bear trap with no follow through whatsoever, follow up bullish candle, and then oscillating around the Mango dynamic, right? Oscillating around the Mango dynamic, and underneath the op line, the blue dots over here, you can see that. Look at this, and look at this. Now again, you want to be very careful about how you play these, I think, fractals, you could call them. But it's the psychology of the market that matters, right? And if we do something like this, and then we start closing 2-day candles above this region over here, above 51,353, I think this is likely going to test 58 to 60,000 again, and then go up. But it could take time. It could take time. This is looking good too. We did have bearish divergence over here that did get triggered, so let's see if the bullish divergence actually plays out. Was that bearish? No, it wasn't bearish divergence. Never mind, I take that back. I knew I should have sold at $1.48. If that was your plan, you should have sold, buddy. If that was your plan. But if you're playing the trend for bigger trade, that wasn't your plan. So don't let that bother you, man. Like for example, Michael, I knew I shouldn't have been taking this trade, right? That I took yesterday. I even said it in the video. I'm like, I'm not feeling too good about this trade, but I'm taking it anyways because I'm just following my playbook, and I'll just keep taking the same kind of setups over and over and over again. I don't need to win every single time. I just need to win over a long period of time. Don't get into those habits that you might, or rather don't feed into that, or don't eat the misinformation that you're going to hear from a lot of like charlatans out there pretending that trading is only about winning. No, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. And it's about how you lose, right? It's about how you lose. At Mango, we are champions at how we lose. We know how to lose. That's what makes us winners. I don't know about that, Dustin. I don't play pattern. Whoa, this looks like this could be a bear flag, or this could be accumulation towards a, I don't know. So the way we are looking at it, me and Krisha, is that if we see a breakdown underneath this level, it's going to trend continuation for all coins to continue the rally, right? That's all it is. Does Bitcoin actually reverse from over here off this consolidation that we're seeing? If it does, if it starts breaking above this zone over here at around 64, 65, likely going to test 66, we break above 66, likely going to be 72, which doesn't mean it's bad for ADA or any of your altcoins. It just means that against Bitcoin, they will be underperforming, right? You could have all of these coins go up in USD value drastically, but Bitcoin just going up even more. That's all it means. Many of you don't care about your Bitcoin stash, right? If you don't care about your Bitcoin stash, don't look at Bitcoin dominance. Alright, boys and girls, I'll be taking the last few questions. I'm not looking at any low cap coins today, guys. I'm sorry. I just got back from the gym. I'm really, really exhausted. Even though it may not sound like it, my body is exhausted. And I got like chopped vegetables and all now. Bob Harrison says, unknown yet, upside possible as ADA has several hype cycles coming soon. More hype cycles? These guys don't stop with the news or whatever. As long as the charts tell me that it's looking bullish, I'll keep trading it. It's looking good though. Leonard says that, hey, cool channel, what's the difference between Mango Seed 387 monthly and 499 monthly? Oh, so we actually removed the 387 monthly. There's no difference. You shouldn't be actually seeing that. So if you do see it, take advantage of it while it's still there. I'm not sure whether you will be able to see the transaction go through. But it's the only difference is the time frame. So the 499, it's the same price, but but the 387 is spread out over more months, and the 499 is spread out over less months. We might be removing the time frame thingy completely, so just a heads up. Bitcoin doing freaking fantastic, man. So I'm not sure if you guys who have been watching the Mango Dynamic have been keeping an eye on this, but this was it, right over here. We've been on this freaking downtrend for the longest time. So essentially the trade I took yesterday was me hunting for this 1 hour downtrend to reverse over here, right? I was looking for it to reverse over here, and the smart thing for me to have done, that I should have done, was wait for the 1 hour to actually reverse instead of hunting for a low, because the dynamic was nailing it, right? The dynamic was freaking nailing it. And what was I gonna say with this? Yeah, I didn't, right? So as you guys can see over here was the same trade. So this time I did take this trade, but on spot. Like I didn't take a leverage trade over here. Oh, and it's freaking going. Let's go. Let's go. Will this have any implications on the 4 hour downtrend though? Because the 4 hour is now like in a very aggressive downtrend. I don't know. Like we could come and see resistance against the 4 hour dynamic cloud. We also have the 4 hour op line right over there, the blue dots. Should I call it the op dots? What do you guys like? Op dots or op line? Op line or op dots? We're doing live branding now. Liam Sullivan, more realistic is $2. Is Liam in here? ADA moving a lot. So like I said, ADA is leading Bitcoin, right? It's kind of weird to say, but holy shit. I'm bummed out. I missed my trade, guys. I should have gotten greedy, right? What do you guys think? I should have gotten greedy and bought this right over here. And so waiting for this. Oh, by the way, something else I do want to talk to you guys about is I've been talking to you guys about how for ADA against the dynamic on the daily time frame, you want to look for 2 candle closes underneath, or you're going to get faked out. And that's exactly what we saw here, right? Or rather, we're in the midst of seeing it. If you got shook out over here on your ADA trade, and so waiting for the next daily candle close as well, you would have lost out on this opportunity. Tan Swan Kai asks, do you have any idea why Dixie rising makes all the markets red? I read it's because bond yields and markets need. You read it's because of bond yields and markets need stimulus to pump. Okay, so people just say, oh, it's because of bond yields and markets. That doesn't really answer your question though, right? What does that mean? Oh, it's because of bond yields. So the real answer in terms of Dixie, okay, so in terms of like the US dollar rising, specifically, not bond yields. Okay, let's put that aside for now, because the way the financial markets work, the plumbing of all of it is a little more complicated than people make it out to seem. But the biggest factor right now that leads to the markets going red when we see the US dollar strengthen is because there's massive massive US denominated debt, right? Let's say you have your loan, you have a loan to be paying, and the debt on that loan is denominated in US dollars, okay? But you're a country or a company that is not holding dollars, okay? You are holding whatever currency of your country, or for whatever reason you just don't have too many US dollars. Now, when the US dollar is cheap, okay, when the US dollar is cheap, your ability to service that debt. So remember, you will be buying those US dollars by either selling equities if you are in the USA, or let's say you're in a different country and you have a different currency. You need to be able to buy the US dollars with your currency, right? If the US dollar goes up in price, goes higher and higher, it gets stronger and stronger, your ability to actually service your debt is getting hampered, right? Your ability to buy US dollars is actually reducing because the US dollar is getting more expensive. Because the US dollar is getting more expensive, you got to hedge against that. You got to actually manage your debt now. And what do? You got to sell equities, right? You got to sell other things in your portfolio to be able to service that debt. To actually, you don't want to get squeezed on the US dollar getting super strong, and then your ability to service that debt actually you get priced out of being able to do that. So yeah, that's essentially why. And that's why even the Fed is also kind of in a corner, because they don't want people to be selling all their freaking treasuries just to be able to service their sovereign debt. I hope I was able to keep that as simple as possible. Does it make sense? Let me know. I'm not going to say anything in the chat until the chat lets me know that you guys understand that concept, because I'll take a sip of water in the meantime. Where's my water now? Okay, there it is. But that's a good question, Tan. Good way to wrap up the stream, actually. Gangster Peter says, yes, the classic water sip break. Indeed. Tan says, thank you. I'll go and study on it more, but you have made things a bit clear. Yeah. So that's why I've been really considering like starting that. So in the seed chat, we've been considering talking about macro more. And I've been considering doing that Seed X report on a monthly to annual basis, but I don't want to commit to it because it's going to take even more of my time. But it may be like a bonus feature for all current seedlings, right? But if we do go that route, which I do want to, like, I want to grow. This is not only about doing the same thing for the community, right? What we've been doing over the past like years now is growing as a community. We've been teaching the community more and more complex topics. So we may go that route and start like doing a Seed X report that's primary purpose is going to be to educate you guys on these sort of things that impact your financial well-being, right? It's not only about knowing how to trade the technical analysis over here. It's important, yes, but how does all of this fit onto the big picture of things, right? You need to manage your family's well-being. That's what Mango's about. It's about being happy holistically. Your family not stressing about things. And all the pieces of the puzzle matter. Cambodian crypto crowd, says CC. Yes, oh man, I love Cambodians. I'm going to say it out loud. I just love Cambodian women. I just freaking love Cambodian women. Krisha's not here on the stream, so hopefully she will not hear this. I love Cambodian women, man. Tambir Khan says, will ADA drop again in the weekends? I don't know. We'll find out. I don't have a crystal ball, but I stake my ADA and I don't know anything about ADA staking, blah, blah, blah. I know nothing about ADA's fundamentals. ADA gonna kill ETH. Yeah, it seems like it is. Let's go ahead and check out ADA ETH. Where are you? Oh, wrecked. Let's get today. Does it today getting it? No. Wrecked. Similar to how ADA, BDC, ADA, USD is looking too, right? You have to wait for that double candle close underneath. The trend is up. ETH is dead ASF. I sold it all. Yeah, I sold a bunch of ETH for ADA and DOT too. I should be wrapping up the stream. Sean, ADA is expected to come out to... Bob says, Sean, ADA is expected to come out with a launch of 1 or 2 Africa government integrations for farmers within the next 10 days, onboarding 3 million. What? Is that true? I thought Africa was on the Bitcoin wagon, but if they're on the Cardano wagon, that's the new Bitcoin, guys. No, don't take me seriously. I do not believe that. I mean, the news could be true. I mean, the hype could be true. I just think Cardano and Bitcoin serve completely 2 different purposes. Because nothing does what Bitcoin does. Nothing can offer what Bitcoin's offering right now. If you understand Bitcoin the way I do. Alright, I've been holding since $2,000 and I'm finally come back to add more money into my leverage account. You've been holding since the last, are you talking about Bitcoin? So, wait, I'm confused. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. You've been holding a leverage trade since here? That's nuts, man. Is that how were you even like coming back and rolling those positions? Like what you've been spring funding, or do you mean that you've been holding your Bitcoin in spot and now you're funding that into your leverage account? I think that's what you mean. That makes more sense. So if you've been in the crypto space for that long and just holding, I'm guessing you did not really look into learning how to actually manage a trend, a bull market trend and a bear market trend. You don't, guys, you don't need to understand the intricacies of playing the lower time frames. I don't even recommend you guys waste your time doing that, but it will be massively beneficial for you guys to learn how to play at least the bull market trend and the bear market trend, so that even though you guys don't catch the top at like 19,000, 17,000, I mean, to do that is really difficult, but at the very least you would have gotten out at around 13,000, right? 13,000, 14,000. So if you got in from 2,000 and let's say this guy, what's his name, Spitter got in at around 2,000 and then he sold at 13,000, that's still a massive win, man. That's like 664%. Then you don't have to like sit through this entire bear market just holding. Now when you do feel bullish again, which as per the Mango Dynamic and the Mango Wine over here, we would have been looking at, oh, by the way, I want to talk about the Mango Wine for all you wine lovers. Nailed it again. Another reason why I took a trade. Should have been going a little bit more aggressive though. But yeah, right over here, you could have got back in, right? So imagine, and so holding through all this, you would have taken all those profits over here and then actually got back in over here. That would have been that much more Bitcoin for everybody. I mean, for you. Yeah, but I want to go back and talk about the wine. I don't show the wine over here anymore because we do not sell the wine anymore. Because it's only for us. I never really wanted to sell the wine for too long, but now that Mango Dynamic is being offered, I can take it out without feeling guilty. But right over here, the Mango Wine nailed this bottom, right? You know what to look for. Those of you who have access to the wine along with the videos, you can see how it freaking nailed this bottom. You have the pine down there, the wine down there, and we also had Bitcoin coming down to major levels, major horizontals on the high time frames as well as the low time frames, putting in some really, really nice plays, right? Now we have something very, very similar that's lining up with this bounce. The Pioneer, the wine over here, and the wine angling towards the upside. This is like literally the perfect setup. If you do take out this high over here, I'll be looking for this to at least get to around 50,000 again. Let's see. The 12-hour wine has had to be literally one of the strongest edges we've had as a community, and I've regretted not playing its edge, right? I've always regretted not playing its edge. So yeah, for those of you who have been watching this and actually played it, good on you. Boys, let's make ADA go up to $2 to $3 in March. Let me scroll down. I'm probably missing Cardano community podcast. What? That's you actually run a podcast on Cardano only? Is there enough to talk about? I'm guessing there is. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It seems like there's nothing more to talk about, no more questions at the very least, so I'll be wrapping up over here. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe. If you haven't hit the like yet, please go ahead and hit the like. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hey, what about VeChain? We're not talking about... Okay, you know what? I'm going to actually ban you for spamming. And now, when we do talk about VeChain or talk about altcoins, low cap altcoins, mid caps, you won't be able to ask a question. So that's what you've done. Hide user on this chat. Don't spam, guys. Don't spam because it doesn't make sense. Be considerate of the other people in this chat. Mango's all about the community, okay? And when you're trying to make it about yourself, we do not tolerate that. Okay, so no toxicity. If you're joining the Discord, by the way, available at themangoway.com/Discord. If you come in and you show any toxicity, if you are trying to talk down to new members and you put new members down for asking questions, you will be banned immediately. There's no tolerance for that. Any sexism whatsoever, even the slightest freaking hint of sexism you'll be banned. You won't even be given a warning and you will be banned. You'll be removed. So if you treat noobs, we all start as noobs, remember, we all freaking start as noobs. If you treat them badly, you will be banned. If you show any sexism whatsoever, you will be banned instantly. Alright, so don't try that shit over here in this community. There's lots of communities where that kind of stuff is tolerated and celebrated, not here. I kind of went off on a really random rant over there. I do apologize. By the way, sexism both ways, eh? Like, people think when I say sexism, I'm only talking about one side. I'm talking both sides. But, yeah. Hey, Ryan, how's it going, man? I'm glad you were able to actually catch the tail end of the stream at the very least. Good to always see you here on the stream. Thank you for leaving a note on that. So good to have you. Ryan is like the most mango seedling. Like, he's the most mango seedling ever. Ever. Love this dude. I just seriously love this dude. Oh my god, man. Why, Saleh? Like, you know what a bad image you give yourself? Jesus. Banned. Look at that. I thought I had slow mode available. Harry Bowl says, don't talk to your viewers. Like, just hit the unsubscribe, hit the dislike, and get out of here. Hey Ted, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Luna about to hit a new high? Holy shit. We'll take a look at Luna on tomorrow's stream on the weekend, bud. Or you can talk about it on the chat too, the C chat. I'll be active over there in around half an hour. I'm going to chop some vegetables and I'll be there very freaking soon. So you can go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin really quickly. Bitcoin looking freaking fantastic. Oh my god, this is really good. So yeah, seeing resistance right over here. We do have a measured move that we could potentially draw for this. Again, I'm not oh man, this pointing up to 50,000 just like I talked about. Damn. So yeah, but we do have resistance to contend with on the 4-hour time frame right over here at 49,000. Okay, so it does line up over there. This could get up to the dynamic over here, guys. Probably get up to like 49,223ish. I get we talked about levels already. Mayo drug, we talked about Cardano right at the beginning of the video, but like we talked about this level right over here, right? On the USD pairing we were sitting right up against it, but on the Bitcoin pairing was the major level right over here. This entire zone, I've been talking about the zone ever since we were here, ever since we topped out. I'm like, I'm not interested until we come down to the zone. Unfortunately, I had buys over here and I missed them, and we're seeing the bounce right now. So yeah, I got a little bit, I was being a little bit safe on this one because I don't want to be catching a falling knife. But hey, this was the trade, man. You guys gotta just take notes, I guess, when I talk about these things. And I could be wrong though. Like I was wrong yesterday on Bitcoin. That, by the way, that somebody, I was talking to somebody about this, right? He's like, hey, but Sean, your gut was right? And that's one of the good things about following your plan, because you get to feel good about even your losers, right? Because let's say my gut, like yesterday, was, hey, I think we're going to roll over. I really don't think we're going to get supported over here. Let's say your gut was wrong, your gut was right, and you take the trade anyways, and then you end up losing, right? So let's say that I'm looking to my trade setup is we bounce over here, but my gut is saying we actually drop down, but I actually take the trade over here anyways, and then we go down. So I've lost the trade, but I get to feel good about, hey, my gut was right, right? I had the right feeling on the markets, I had the right read on the market, okay? So you get to appease yourself as long as you manage your manage your losses, like we talked about in the beginning of the video, or in the middle of the video, we talked about the Bitcoin, how to manage your loss, right? So you feel good about being right, even though you've lost, right? So you're right. But let's say the flip happened. Let's say the flip side happened, where your gut is telling you that we're going to go down, but we bounce. Well, in this case too, you're going to be happy because you made money. So it's a win-win scenario. That's why we say we're champions at losing at Mango. We know how to lose. Alright guys, I'm going to be wrapping up over here. I will leave the chat on, leave the music on. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Traded the Mango way, traded the stress-free way. If you guys do want a stream on the weekend, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm just realizing actually that today is a freaking Friday, so this does count as a weekend stream anyways, at least to me. And these do get exhausting, so if you guys, many of you guys are interested in another live stream, I'll do one on Sunday or Saturday night. Again, do the Mango way, do the stress-free way, keep it easy, keep it simple. Ciao.
Wanna tell you that I'm crazy. Wanna show you I'm alright. And the visions that you gave me, just to prove me you just fine. Wanna kiss you, but I have to. Just forget and say goodbye. Oh, your life's not gonna make. And then she'd say, it's okay, I got yours on the way. But I'm a super girl, super girls don't cry. And then she'd say, it's alright, I got home late last night. But I'm a super girl, super girls just fly. She's a super girl. She's a super girl. a time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was a king, I had a golden throne. Those days are gone, now the memories on the wall. I hear the sounds from the places where I was born. Up on a hill across a blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. There was a time I met a girl of a different kind. We ruled the world. I thought I'd never lose her out of sight. We were so young. I think of her now and then. I still hear the songs reminding me of a friend. Up on a hill across a blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now.
I know you think that I shouldn't still love you or tell you that. But if I didn't say it, well, I'd still have felt it. Where's the sense in that? I promise I'm not trying to make your life harder. I'll return to where we were. But I will go down with this shame, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. Oh, I'm in love and always will be. I know I left too much mess and destruction